Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here with your weekly intuitive reading for the week of Monday, June 28th through Sunday, July 4th, 2021. For this week's intuitive reading, we're going to be using the Angel Tarot deck. I have to look right now really quick what the author is here. By Jane Wallace. I guess I wasn't prepared for that. And your special message card, depending on your stone of choice this week, is going to be coming from the Heal Yourself reading cards by Ina Seagal. Okay. Can you tell it's Mercury turning direct today as I'm recording this? Okay. So this is a reminder that we are now entering the month of July. I can't believe we're already entering that month of July. So you'll want to make sure to go on to my YouTube channel to watch the monthly intuitive reading for the whole month of July with the energetic description of the month, along with our highlighted astrological transits, as well as messages from our angels and guides, and a special message card depending on your stone of choice for the month. So for this week's weekly reading, let's start out by showing you what those stones of choice are for your special message card. Okay, the first stone, and these are all, again, special intention pendants. I believe that's what we used last week too, but we have 3 brand new ones for you. And the first special intention pendant is this beautiful golden citrine, and it's wrapped in gold wire. Now, if you don't know already, if you're not familiar with my channel, I make special intention pendants with different crystals and stones, and I Reiki infuse the crystals after wrapping them with those special intentions that can include planetary energies, energies of signs of the zodiac or the chakras, the numerological numbers, including the master numbers for some of them, as well as different archangel or ascended master energy or whatever else comes to me intuitively as I'm wrapping the stone. So this one, again, is that citrine. It's actually a citrine point. It's very, very skinny and thin, but beautifully cut and polished. And this is infused with the vibration of the number 3, the number of joy and happiness and abundance, the qualities of Jupiter, planet of expansion, growth, and opportunity, the element fire for inspiration, creativity, and passion. And this one is infused with the energy of Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of good fortune, prosperity, and blessings. All right, your second special intention pendant of choice is this beautiful green and purple fluorite, and the green and purple fluorite is wrapped in silver wire, as you can see, and it's Reiki charged with the energy of the number 6, the number of balancing the emotional field. It's also infused with the energy of the number 9, the number of spiritual connection and expansion of consciousness. Talk about Mercury going direct, and now it's back in direct motion. This one has the energies of Mercury infused into it, the planet that supports learning, increased concentration, and decision making. The opening of and balancing of the heart and crown chakras with this one. So the opening and balancing of the heart chakra and the crown chakra for emotional healing with the heart chakra and increased psychic perceptions with the crown chakra. And then infused or called into this particular pendant are the energies of Archangel Raphael for healing the physical and emotional bodies, and Archangel Raziel for understanding esoteric wisdom and knowledge. And then our last special intention pendant of choice. This is one of my favorites right now. It's a beautiful raw pearl, okay? Hopefully that's not cloudy there. Beautiful raw pearl. It's wrapped in gold wire, and it's Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 9, the number of faith and trust and spiritual purity. The energies of the earth element, because it comes from the sand in the ocean, right? So that's the earth element, for focus and integrity. The water element for intuition and empathic abilities. The activation of the crown chakra for channeling the light energies and the energies of the divine feminine are infused into this one for unconditional love, compassion, and peace. And just as a little side note, the pearl is known as a stone of sincerity and brings loyalty to a cause. So again, your special intention pendants of choice are the citrine, the green and purple fluorite. This is the back side of that. And then the raw pearl. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the astrological energies for the week. It's interesting energies because a lot of the energies have to do with either Cancer, the sign of the zodiac Cancer, which rules home and family, and emotional connections or our emotional sensitivities, as well as our empathic and intuitive gifts. And then some of the other energies this week deal with Leo energies, which is a fire sign, which deals with leadership and passion for life and vitality and generosity and creative self-expression. The sign of Leo in the zodiac rules the 5th house, which is our creative projects or creative gifts, as well as it rules children, or the inner child, also we could say. So we start out on Monday the 28th with Venus in Leo, and Venus is the planet that rules love and relationships and harmony and beauty. She rules our values, how we value ourselves, our personal resources, and money, which includes money and finances, but there's other types of personal resources that Venus rules as well. So again, she's in Leo, so she's very expressive and dynamic and creative and leadership oriented here, but she's in a quincunx aspect on Monday to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of blessings, abundance, and prosperity. Jupiter rules our belief systems and the expansion principle. And Jupiter, not too long ago, just stationed and turned to retrograde motion in the sign of Pisces. So Jupiter is expanding those Piscean energies, which on the positive end, again, Pisces is intuitive and psychic gifts, our healing abilities, all aspects of the spiritual realm, our angelic or spirit guide connections. It can be creativity and artistry and music and magic and imagination and fantasy. But the shadow side of Pisces can be illusion, confusion, delusion, things not being very clear or things not being very grounded. And this quincunx aspect, sometimes called an inconjunct, is an aspect where we need to adjust something with the two planetary energies. So Venus in Leo wants to express her dynamic fire, passion, creative, generous energies. And she has to somehow adjust some of that fiery energy with the fact that Jupiter is in a water sign and wants to expand into more of go with the flow or intuitive or imaginative. You know, Leo energy, it's almost with that fire, we want to take action. So Venus in Leo wants to take action in some way or exude, again, her creative self-expression out in the world and be appreciated and recognized on a tangible level. But Jupiter in Pisces is very ethereal and very ungrounded and very, expanding into, again, that spiritual energy, the spiritual realm. It expands into that unconditional love and compassion that Pisces rules, which is great. But those two elements don't mix very well. So we have to adjust something here. We have to adjust our belief systems of what we are desiring to bring in for ourselves. One of the things that might need to be adjusted is our need for appreciation and recognition, for instance, that we're just doing something because it's a good, spiritual, loving, compassionate thing to do, for instance, and not looking for some sort of appreciation or recognition, which Venus and Leo might want to do. So, these are still good. It's still good energy, but again, there needs to just be some adjustment between those two elements of fire and water so that it works in a more harmonious way. And then on Thursday the 1st, we are experiencing Mars in Leo now at this point. So Mars is the planet of energy, action, and forward movement. He's considered the warrior. He's a fiery planet. He's in the fire sign of Leo. So he wants to get up and go. He wants to charge ahead, and he wants to be passionate about it. He wants to be a leader. And he's opposing Saturn, which can be about restriction or limitation or delay. Saturn can kind of slow things down a little bit sometimes because it's a heavy kind of energy, a heavy planet. And Saturn is in Aquarius, where it's going to be for quite some time, another, year and a half, 2 years, because Saturn takes 2.5 years to go through a sign. So Saturn, is a planet of structure and form and karmic lessons and needing to take responsibility for things. And again, Mars in Leo just wants to move forward and move forward fast and just kind of plow through things and just, be inspired and passionate and warrior-like. So I think this opposition to Saturn might kind of pull back those energies of Mars a little bit. We might feel a little bit stifled, if you will. Our physical vitality and energy might feel stifled. Our ability of forward momentum might feel a little held back or stifled from expression. We might feel limited and restricted as far as how fast we're moving forward. This is not an energy that lasts too long, although I think we'll feel it building up probably from the beginning of the week. But once we get into the weekend and into next week, that should sort of calm down a little bit and start to fade. So just know that if you're feeling more tired, honor that. If you're feeling like you want to move ahead with something but it's not happening, have a little patience. Saturn is all about patience, and it's about restructuring. So we might need to kind of go over something, restructure something, build a better solid foundation for something before we move ahead with it. On Friday the 2nd, Mars is now continuing, and it is in a positive connection to Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer and shaman. He deals with past life wounds. He's in Aries right now, so bringing up wounds of our sense of self and our self-identity and our sense of independence or leadership or, just kind of being an individual. Now, it is a positive connection between Mars and Chiron, but still we're dealing with Chiron and past life wounds. So I feel like this is us taking the lead again, after the slowdown on Thursday or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with Mars approaching and then opposing Saturn. I feel like when we come to Friday, we're starting to break free of that feeling of delay or restriction a little bit. And we're maybe healing some old wounds regarding our sense of self or our take charge ability, leadership ability, our ability to kind of get that forward momentum going, feel confident, feel courageous to move forward with that Mars and Leo energy. On Saturday the 3rd, we have the Sun, which is in Cancer. Now we're getting into some of that Cancer energy I talked about. Now, the sun is how we shine our light, or the lens through which we shine our light. Right now, it's shining through that lens of Cancer, which rules home and family and emotions and emotional connections and our emotional sensitivities and our empathic abilities, responsibility to those we care about. And on Saturday, the sun in Cancer is in that quincunx or inconjunct, where Venus was with Jupiter on Monday. It's in a quincunx or inconjunct to Saturn. So now again, we have some sort of need to adjust those energies where the sun in Cancer wants to be loving and nurturing and caretaking. We need to adjust something because Saturn is coming in and saying we need to maybe have responsibility in a different way, or we need to restructure the situation, the home and family situation, or we need to restructure how we're feeling or our emotions in some way. We might feel again a little limited and restricted on the emotional realm. Saturn also in astrology rules the authority parent, or it can rule the authority parent, and the sun as well oftentimes is considered to rule the father. So I'm wondering here with the home and family aspect of the sun in Cancer and with it connecting with Saturn, if there might be something with our father or father figure, grandfather, uncle, or an authority figure who is a male or masculine in energy. There might be some sort of weird energy where we're needing to adjust something, learn something, be responsible for something, or move through some sort of karmic lessons regarding something, because Saturn is the lord of karma in astrology. Also on Saturday, the same day, we have Mars in Leo again, and now it's in a challenging square aspect to Uranus. Now this is interesting because, again, Mars is the warrior. It's a fire planet. He's in a fire sign, Leo. He wants to move fast. He's quick in this area of the zodiac. And Uranus is the planet that rules sudden and unexpected happenings or change or redirection. There can be lightning bolt types of energies where things just happen out of the blue, shocking things we didn't expect. Uranus energies happen really quick and all of a sudden. And so with Mars, the warrior, challenging Uranus, I feel like there may be something unexpected, something that we didn't expect, something that comes quick and out of the blue that we may be experiencing in some way. It might have something to do with children because Leo rules children. It might have something to do with our creative self-expression or creative projects or our sense of generosity with someone because Leo rules those things. Might have something to do with money and finances because Uranus is in Taurus, and Taurus is the sign that rules personal resources such as money and finances. And then on Sunday, we have the Sun in Cancer still, obviously, and it's now challenging Chiron, the wounded healer. So now we're back to a Chiron energy. This time the Sun is challenging Chiron though. So again, there may be some sort of wounds or difficulties or challenges, old past life wounds or energies or situations that come up regarding home and family matters, or that come up regarding our own emotions or emotional nature or emotional reactions or sensitivities, because Cancer rules all of those things. So that's a little bit about what is going on astrologically. Let's shift our perspective and see what our angels and guides have to say for this week. Okay, and just a reminder, your stones of choice for the special message card later are the citrine, the green and purple fluorite, and that beautiful raw pearl. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. So we have the first card here, and this is the Seven of Pentacles, and it says vision at the bottom. Now, the Suit of Pentacles is about our tangible realities. So this can deal with job, career, money, finances, home, family, things going on in the relationship, etc. A lot of times relationship are the Cups card, but you know, this is about things of a material nature, usually. The number 7, numerologically speaking, is a number where we're needing to do some self-reflection. We're needing to use some discernment. We're needing to go within to kind of do some research within ourselves, or maybe we need to do research outside of ourselves. But we need to go within and listen to our inner intuition, our inner guide. We need to contemplate, meditate, be silent, be quiet, try to put the puzzle pieces together, try to make sense out of things within our own minds. It can be a mental number, it can also be an emotional number, and it can be a spiritual number all wrapped up together. Now, with the Seven of Pentacles, and it says vision at the bottom. That's an interesting word. I would say that, again, this can deal with, again, personal resources, money, finances, our time, support from other people. But it seems like there's a need to go within to understand maybe the higher vision or the higher purpose of what's going on around us. Now, the number 7 can also be about confusion. So that's where I feel like this card is going, that there might be some sort of within tangible situations in our life, again, career, job, home, family, money. Maybe we're in a confusing place. Maybe things aren't making sense. We don't know what to do. Maybe we need to make a decision. And of course, Mercury was just retrograde not too long ago, and it's still in its shadow right now. So things may start to becoming more clear, but they're not, totally revealed yet. More information is needed. Usually the number 7 is, we don't have all those puzzle pieces. More information is needed. Again, we need to go within, listen to our higher self, listen to our intuitive guide within, and look at that higher vision. What's the higher purpose? What's the higher vision? What do I see that maybe needs to be done? If I need to make a decision, I need to really listen to my gut. Now, this is kind of merging logic and intuition. The number 7, again, is that mental number of logic and analysis and discernment, but it's also that spiritual and emotional number of listening to our inner psychic senses, listen to our higher soul self, listen to that inner guidance of what feels right, even if we don't know exactly with 100% certainty what the fact of the matter is. Because again, if we don't have all the information, it's hard to make an appropriate decision. But this is asking us to just kind of slow down, trust, have faith, and maybe ask your angels and guides as well for some guidance. Again, this is more of a tangible material card than it is a spiritual one, but that number 7 is saying we might need to actually ask for some spiritual assistance, for something to be made more clear, to have some guidance given to us. And again, definitely tap into your higher self for its inner wisdom and knowledge as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next card. And the next card came out as 2, and this is how, when I was meditating with the deck and shuffling the deck and, going to be pulling cards for the reading itself, after our first card, 2 cards flipped out on the floor. And I will say that I already know ahead of time that this particular card showed itself to me, and it was upside down. Now, those of you that watch my videos probably realize or recognize that I've never really used reversed meanings on any of my cards. And I know a lot of us that do tarot, do use reverse meanings, and maybe you think I should, or everyone should use reverse meanings. I guess I just like to look at, the positive and the upside with things. And if there is something that we need to be aware of or a challenge that's going to come up, I just figure it's going to come up through, some other card in some other way. But this card is reversed, and I decided to, in asking for guidance, that our angels and guides said that this was to stay reversed for this week. Now, just to show you what it is, it's the King of Pentacles, okay? So now again, we have the 7 of Pentacles to start out. Now we have the King of Pentacles. So again, this is leadership that deals with material reality, right? The King is the leader. He's the take charge, make it happen, practical, grounded, down to earth, especially in Pentacles, leader. And it's reversed. Now the word at the bottom says generosity. So if the King of Pentacles is about generosity, among other things, right? Again, leadership, take charge ability, practical, grounded. If he's reversed, there might be some difficulty with some of those things. Maybe we're dealing with a lack of being grounded. Maybe we're dealing with a lack of being able to look at something in a practical way. Maybe the King of Pentacles is feeling a little stingy, since this word at the bottom says generosity. Maybe he's withholding support, withholding time, withholding money or finances, sure. But he's withholding something. Maybe he's feeling conflicted. Maybe he's feeling insecure. Again, he's lacking a little bit in his sense of leadership and practicality. So there's something here where he's withdrawing or not exuding the most positive qualities that the King of Pentacles is all about. So let's go ahead, and this next card, I don't know what it is because it was upside down, but Spirit said this was also part of it. So let's take a look at what this one is. Okay, well, this is the king, another king, but it's the King of Cups. So this is really interesting. The king. Okay, so the king again is that masculine energy, authority energy, leadership energy, but this time he's in cups. So this is a leader that has a soft heart. This is someone who takes charge but does it with fairness. This is someone who is open to and considerate of other people's feelings. The cups is the suit of feelings and emotions. So he's got a nice balance of the masculine and the feminine here. And isn't it interesting that we have again this week, the sun is in Cancer, water sign, the sign that rules the emotional, the empathic, the home, the family, the caring, the sensitivity. So interesting that we have two kings here, and one is upright and one is reversed. So this is kind of telling me that I feel like whether this is a masculine influence in our life, whether it's a significant other, maybe it's a father figure of some sort, some other masculine influence. Now, this can be a woman that has, some masculine influence qualities, especially with the King of Cups, because this is very balanced and it's feminine as well. But the King is just about, again, take charge, independent, make it happen, leadership sort of energy. But I feel like there's a conflict here with this person, or there's a conflict with the energy within you, if this is representing you. Part of you is withholding. Maybe you're withholding this leadership ability, take charge ability within yourself. Maybe you're withholding something from someone else. Maybe someone is doing this to you. Maybe there's a father figure or authority or another person in your life of importance that's withholding something from you, withholding their generosity. But they're conflicted because, again, here's the King of Cups, and he wants to be loving and giving and supportive. And, this is more emotionally supportive here. And the Pentacles, to me, would be more tangibly, financially, time-wise, supportive in other ways. So I feel like, again, whether this is representing you or whether this is representing someone else in your life, there's some sort of a conflict going on within you or within others that this energy is being played out with, okay? All right, and we did have, again, the Seven of Pentacles here. So again, something could be happening in the career or the workplace, the job, an authority figure that you work for or work with. Could be, again, dealing with time or effort or money or finances or, giving you something tangible here, like support again. But there's something where there's a struggle going on here. Let's take a look at the last card. Okay, well, we have the Tower. So the Tower at the bottom says Angel of Enlightenment. So this kind of softens this particular Tower card. The Tower card, of course, is about some sort of sudden and unexpected change, usually in our environment, externally. Whatever this change is, it's going to bring some inner change as well as some external outward change. This is sometimes about the rug being pulled out from under us. This is, with the lightning bolts and whatnot on the Tower, that there's some sudden, unexpected change or redirection happening in our lives or in circumstances. People might feel insecure or fearful because here we have people jumping out of the Tower. So that can just represent our own fears or anxieties about what's happening and not knowing what to do and taking extreme or rash actions before thinking things through. But the fact of the matter is that at the bottom here, it says Angel of Enlightenment. So to me, that really softens this whole energy. If we, in fact, connect with our higher selves, if we connect with God's source energy universe, if we connect with our angels and guides and ask for assistance and help, this situation, whatever it's about, can bring us some sort of growth on our path as a soul and can bring us some sort of aha moment or realization of some sort that we needed to have. And again, it can bring enlightenment into our lives. And I suspect this energy, it feels like it has something to do with that sun, connecting with Saturn. And then the sun is connecting with Chiron, the wounded healer. Saturn, of course, deals with karmic lessons and responsibilities. And then sandwiched in between the sun with Saturn and then the sun with Chiron is that Mars, the warrior, connecting in a challenging way to Uranus, the one that enlightens. Uranus does kind of have that enlightening, higher, fifth dimensional, let's move into the future quick, fast, and unexpected in some way. Let's redirect suddenly our energy. It kind of has this feeling, whatever this is about. But ultimately remember that it's bringing us growth on the path. It's bringing us to a higher state. It's bringing us a higher vision about something, or this enlightenment energy that our souls are seeking as far as our growth and evolution. So let's take a look at what your special message card is depending on your stone of choice this week. So we're going to give this deck a shuffle. I haven't used this deck in a little while. Again, this is the Heal Yourself reading cards by Inna Seagal. I hope I'm saying her name right. So for those of you that chose the citrine people, special intention pendant of the citrine, special message card. This one just is calling my attention. Oh, it says love. Okay, so definitely whatever's going on in your life has something to do with some sort of love, and it does look to be some sort of romantic, intimate, connection between, two people that are in some sort of a romantic state, or want to be, or hope to be in a romantic state. So this looks like there's some sort of love. Now, I'm being told as I say that it's not just romantic love. This can be about family connection and family love, because the sun is in Cancer, dealing with home and family matters. This can be about friendship as well. People that we're really close to, that we have an emotional bond with. So the message is to remember that love is the truth, right? Even through disagreements, even through difficulties and challenges, even through lifetimes of karma, and even if it appears that karma is continuing on to this day, whatever the circumstance and situation is in this present incarnation, know that the basis of it all is love, that our souls come from one source, that our souls are interconnected because we all come from the same source. And so we're interconnected for eternity, because our souls are eternal. And it all goes back to when we're in spirit form and we all, come from source and we're in that plane of existence, we're pure unconditional love. We're compassion, we're peace, we're forgiveness, we're understanding, okay? So it doesn't mean that if someone is treating us badly, that we don't create proper boundaries, or that, we don't do what we need to do for our own evolution and growth. But it does mean to remember that there's a basis here of love. And if we can at all come into a place of understanding and forgiveness, and just project that to the soul of the other person or people involved in whatever maybe circumstance that's going on, if there is a challenging circumstance, that we just project that love and light and compassion and forgiveness. We project that peace. We see ourselves as souls. We see the other person or persons as a soul that's just going through their own karmic lessons. And we just, again, have a knowingness that everything goes back to the basis of love here, okay? All right, for those of you that chose the green and purple fluorite, people. Message for green and purple fluorite. This one on the bottom is just calling my attention. Alchemy. Ooh, that's a beautiful card. So there's some sort of divine magic or alchemy happening. There's some sort of ability to transform the energy, okay? Alchemy, ancient alchemy, right, is about turning lead into gold, or you could say water into wine, etc., etc. So this is taking some sort of an energy dynamic that's present in your life and transforming it into something different. You could say something better, but let's just say something different. So what's ever happening, it's time to alchemize it. It's time to magically recreate it into something new. And we've got this woman holding on to some sort of a crystal. She's got the alchemical fires in the background that are about transformation and death and rebirth and purification. So there's definitely some sort of alchemy, magic, purification, healing, transformation energies going on for you this week. So own that. Look at this person. She's very confident. She's very self-assured. She knows, she knows who she is in her higher soul self, and she's kind of taking charge of her life, taking charge of the situation and the energy, and transforming herself, transforming her own emotional nature, transforming her own spiritual nature or spiritual learning in the way that's most appropriate for her. Okay, she's alchemizing the situation. She's also got something in her other hand, and she's holding it up close to throat chakra, heart chakra. So we might need to open our hearts again to unconditional love, and we might need to speak our truth with love and compassion to somebody this week as well. That might also help to alchemize or change the situation that's going on. Okay. And then for those of you that chose the pearl, special message for the raw pearl people. Special message for the raw pearl. This one's calling my attention here. And it says, hole in the soul. So don't get too freaked out about this, right? This to me is just saying that there's some sort of past life situation that we need to deal with. There's whether it's a this life incident or situation or a past life incident or situation, it's caused a piece of ourselves to what we might say is break off, a split within our soul. Have you ever heard of that? Lost pieces of your soul, and then a lot of shamans, through a shamanic journey, or even some healing through hypnotherapy or hypnosis. We can go and find those lost pieces of our soul that through different traumatic experiences, and this in previous lifetimes, has sort of broken off, if you will, and parts of our inner child that went to hide somewhere, to kind of feel more safe and secure, and we're left with not feeling whole. Here we have that first word, whole, but in this case, we're wanting to be whole. Chiron, the wounded healer, is highlighted this week, and Chiron, the wounded healer, is about wholeness, finding wholeness again, becoming whole, taking those past life wounds and healing them so that we feel whole again. So this to me is just saying that, we're wounded in some way, shape, or form, some, relationship, situation, circumstance. Again, it might be past life related, probably does go back into previous lifetime incarnations. And it might just be about our own belief systems. It definitely involves a situation or circumstance, but it doesn't necessarily involve other people, although it definitely could. Just know that our thoughts, our belief systems, our perceptions, that also could be part of the woundedness, part of what, something that is causing us to feel unwhole, so to speak. And we're needing to bring those pieces back together. And you might say, well, how do I do that? In meditation, you can call those lost or scared or doubtful or angry pieces back into yourself. Just call them all back. You can do hypnotherapy. You can find a shaman and do a shamanic journey. You can do a shamanic journey for yourself if you know how to do it, but you can also find someone who can help you with that. Or even, doing some energy work, Reiki energy work can possibly help. But just know that you have possibilities here. You have ways to bring healing, and just calling on the healers of the light, the Reiki masters of the light, Archangel Raphael, that helps to bring healing, and some of the other archangels also, or other ascended masters, Master Hilarion, Master Jesus. There's plenty that are, plenty of them are out there that help with healing certain, situations within ourselves. So know that this is something that can be healed, and you're definitely capable of kind of calling in that healing and filling in that space. Again, all you have to do is have the intention. Really, just have the intention. I desire for this healing within myself to take place, that I call back all the scared, wounded pieces of myself from this and previous lifetimes, throughout all time and space. I ask them to come back in and become whole with me again, to be whole. So I hope you've all enjoyed this weekly intuitive reading. Thank you so much for all of your love and support, your comments on the YouTube channel, following me on Facebook, and also those that come to the website and check out some of the changes that have been going on. My Sacred Soul Empowerment Facebook page, it's actually now entitled Colleen Lemma dash Sacred Soul Empowerment. Got some wonderful giveaways going on a weekly basis there. You might want to check those out, and some other goodies that are happening on that particular page. Again, I send you all lots of love and light, everybody, and many, many blessings.